At one point, one thought that perhaps other countries were involved. This is not the case?
No, it is the case of France. Today, there are many infringement proceedings concerning various directives against many member states, but today it is France that is in the front line. France is the one that has caused this problem, and we have looked at France's legislation, and we have found that there is non-compliance with European law.
What is going to happen in the future for France? Could you explain?
France will have to see what it is going to do with its legislation. If France changes its law quickly, we can stop the procedures before the court, because the Commission is not there to punish France. It is there so that France will change its law, because this law is at a disadvantage, or causes a disadvantage to European citizens.
On the substance of the case, could you explain in which way the directive has not been transposed and the Roma are too targeted?
Well, there are two things. There's the European directive, which is a guarantee for all European citizens. It has nothing to do specifically with the Roma. For a long time in France, we have said that in terms of guarantees, if someone is held by the justice system, that person has certain guarantees. And those guarantees are not present in French law. They must be there in order to protect European citizens in general. Now, specifically with regard to the Roma, what we have seen, for example, in the month of July and August, the question is whether or not there was discrimination against an ethnic group. And the Commission, we had the highest level of assurances, political assurances, that there was no discrimination, and that the infamous 5th August circulation was not applied in a discriminatory way. But on the 13th of September, this circular was changed. We think that these opinions will be good ones, but we want to see the details. What happened to those European citizens? Did they indeed suffer discrimination or not? So we are asking France to provide us with evidence, documents regarding the expulsion, and the documents about the people who have to go before a judge. These are things that have to be distinguished. One thing is application of European law. France here is at fault, and the other thing is whether or not there is discrimination. We need more information.
So this is sort of a compromise solution today. There was a tough situation between France and the Commission during the past weeks.
There is no compromise, because we cannot compromise on European law. But the Commission is operates within the rule of law. It not, for a political reason, decide from one day to the next to start an infringement proceedings against a country. We can only do so when we have proof and we have our evidence. We have some on non-application, and we have some concrete objective material that shows there could have been discrimination. So we will proceed where we do have material evidence, and we will ask for material evidence one way or the other when we do not have any.
And so you are asking for more explanations.
Yes, this letter has been sent, so it is clear that this is not a closed case for the Commission. The Commission received political assurances, but it would like to have proof that these political assurances actually played out in fact.
You yourself, as a commissioner, as a woman, you were involved in this controversy. Were you hurt by some of the things that were said?
Well, I've been in politics too long to be hurt by something. And I'm following with great interest the sometimes exaggerated statements made by people, and you have to be thick-skinned.
And we understand that this is your case today. And one last question. Do you get the feeling that you were criticized for alluding to the Second World War? Did you consider that it was a mistake, a faux pas, as the guarantor of the treaties, as Vice President of the Commission? Do you think Europe should be reminded of these strong principles?
We built Europe on principles and values. Since the 1950s, we have been doing this, and it is because we have had awful experiences throughout history. Hundreds of years of history, European countries have experienced these things, this lack of respect for individuals. That's why we built Europe as we have, based on principles and values, which are now enshrined in the Lisbon Treaty, in the Charter on Fundamental Rights. And the Commission, as the guardian of these treaties, must ensure that each member state, not just France, but others, to apply these guarantees and apply them to each member of these 500 million citizens. So each and every citizen has a right to these guarantees, irrespective of ethnic origin, religion, nationality.
So does this turn the page of the controversy today between Brussels and Paris? Because I imagine this is acceptable.
Well, I will say very clearly, within the College of Commissioners, we are there to work on law, and this is not all about controversy. We don't say one thing and then the opposite the next day. We have to base ourselves on the treaties, on law. This legal analysis was made. Here are the results. The Commission agrees with this, so we will proceed.
Thank you, Madam Reding, for this interview. Thank you very much for having been here with us live from the Commission. Stay on France 24 for more.